girl.
Hey, hold on. Let me turn it around. Okay. I don't see you.
Oh, I gotta pop up soon. I can see you.
I can't, I don't know why it does that. Hold on 1 second.
Well, as long as ask the audience, I know it'd be lovely for us to see each other. But as long as they can see it both, we're not gonna waste your time. But
Yeah, we're not even gonna worry about it. Can anybody let me know if they can see both of us?
the cycle happened again. Hmm. Red Piper
Okay.
Panther fan. Okay.
Okay.
What they
Thank
say?
you.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. All right. We're gonna wait to a few people. How y'all doing? The Red Piper Panther fan. How you doing? Sally Red. Philly Street Cred. Philly Street Creds. What's up? Come on in, y'all. We about to get it in. We're gonna do this for about 30 seconds and we're gonna go right into this.
Yeah,
That's
let's
my girl
everybody
Kiara.
come in.
Jacksonville. Jax, what is it? Hadija? How you doing? Jacksonville in the house. I love Jacksonville. I love Florida. Which one? What does it say?
Hey
Who's it?
everybody.
The WK. What is it? Official. The cow. I can't pronounce it.
I don't see what you're talking about.
The WK out official. The how you pronounce it? Do you see it? You see it, Cash? It says the W. I like saying hi to people. The WKOU official. KOUT. The court.
Are
I
you
don't know.
okay, I see it.
You
The
see it?
WKOU, yeah, workout official. It says he said the workout.
Oh,
He or she, the workout.
okay. The workout official. All right.
And it's Lisa. Hi Lisa.
Lisa, how you doing? Philly streets. All right. Okay, they can see both of us. Never
Hmm.
settle. All right. Never settle. That's right. Okay. Listen, we're gonna go right into it.
Let's go right into it. How do you I think that you should um do that for the people that don't follow you and that aren't familiar with who you are. Tell them a little bit about what it is to be a narcissist so that we can do the back and forth banter.
Okay. So we'll get right into it. Let me turn this heat off because it's gonna get hotter. Hold on. I got my heat on.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna be real and raw, Kias, because we want them to invite us back.
Absolutely.
What it is to be a narcissist. I'll tell you this. I got diagnosed many years ago, and um, being a narcissist, a lot of time, all the time, even now, I create things in my head that don't even exist. From my insecurities as a child, I was molested by my female cousins. My uncle used to touch me for off and on, and I couldn't do anything about it. I was too young. Didn't tell my mother because I didn't tell my dad. I didn't want my dad to hurt him. I had a lot of insecurities. I peed in the bed from kindergarten to seventh grade, and I didn't find out that bedwetting was a symptom of abuse. I
Hmm.
didn't know that I was abused until I was 47 years old. And I was told this by my psychiatrist and I think my social worker. I had a psychiatrist, a social worker, a psychotherapist, and a psychologist. I had all of those. All of them were women. Um, you once you learn how to become a person that women like, need, and um, want to go after, that are attracted to, when you can become that guy easily, nothing else matters. Love don't matter. Raising family, having a family doesn't matter because I come from a broken, dysfunctional home. My parents got divorced when I was 12 or 13, and my mother sent me to live with another lady. So I started liking older women as a little boy. So lust controlled me, controlled my mind. Um, I I had my first threesome in the sixth grade. I was addicted to porn at 7. My brother was showing me porn. I lost my virginity at 8 to my babysitter. My uncles touched me between the ages of 10 and 12, or I think somewhere in there. I developed anger issues from that. So I went from being abused, neglected. So abuse and neglect and trauma. Abuse and neglect
Mhm.
are two of the things that happens to people that become narcissists. I have a psychotherapist that told me that narcissism can start at 18 months.
Mhm.
What people don't know is that y'all know that there's various types of narcissism, but the you can also become a narcissist by being given too much at an early age. Money, fame, cars, being doted on. So my mother doted on me. So I had a mixture of being given a lot, getting away with things, and also being molested, abused, and neglected too. So I have a lot. So I became the overt, grandiose narcissist, not the covert, not the malignant. I wasn't violent. I like to steal. I did like stealing, but the overt, grandiose, I had to become this person. These big, bright ideas, like our commander in chief. Many of them are narcissists or narcissistic athletes, entertainers, and so I learned a woman's body. By the time I was 7 years old, I knew about the areola. I knew about their vulva, which we call it different, right? But I knew about their menstrual cycle. I knew how women would feel when they're on their cycle, when they're coming off their cycle, how horny they were. This was as a little boy. I saw things that I wasn't supposed to see as a little boy. My brother showed me things. I fell in love with my mother's girlfriends. They were older women. They all had short hair. So I started liking women with short hair and big breasts and dark areolas because in my mother's bedroom, my brother drilled a hole in her bedroom, which was adjacent to the bathroom. So my mother, we used to have these parties every Friday night. And my brother would be like, yo, let's go look at the ladies. And I'm like, all right. So I saw grown women bodies and I fell in love with that. So women my age could never do anything with me. So I started on this trajectory as a little boy, and it just kept going. So now, as I got older, women that were my age couldn't handle me. They couldn't slow me down because my sexual appetite was very voracious, and I
So
was.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
You good. I was advanced early on.
Hmm.
So to answer your question, my narcissistic personality disorder is very grandiose and overt. There's nothing covert about me, and you can see it in my videos when I'm out and about. I will always have the disorder. It'll never go away. But I had to learn how to regulate my emotions and my feelings. Even now, at 60 years old, I still have thoughts. I can still be a whore. I can still be conceited, self-centered, cocky, arrogant. All of those traits are mine. I have them, but I know how to regulate it and not assume that she's doing this, so I'm going to cheat because I think she's going to cheat. And when I cheat, a lot of times, Kiasha, I don't even like the women that I cheated with. There's a lot of times, a lot of those women that I cheated with, I don't even remember.
I
But go
actually
ahead.
wanted to say that too. So for the people who now you've introduced yourself, I'm an author, um, life transformational life coach, um, um, award ceremony hostess. I give conferences, things of that nature. However, I'm also an empath. And so Leon and I decided to do this because we are polar opposites. But when we met, it was great chemistry. And I realized, oh, we have that in common. And I wanted to make mention of that because a lot of people who are empathetic find themselves in relationships with narcissistic people. So I want us to touch on that because the things that you mentioned, I've had trauma in my life as well. And what I found is it's like toxic familiarity.
Right,
So usually we're attracted to each other because of those same things, the trauma and things of that nature. Also, a lot of empaths are groomed. A lot of empathetic people are people who, females actually, who were raised, oh, be sweet, be kind, be nice, be doting. Or we may have had, no, we didn't date in the past, guys. We're just friends. But those are the people that are empathetic and they were taught to be that way. So, or you had a narcissistic parent. And that's something that I noticed too, because what happens is if somebody said they're dealing with a narcissist oh, if yeah, they usually are extremely handsome, extremely beautiful, That's that's how they get you. That's the whole point. They're actors and actresses, so that's how they get you. Leon could tell you more, but yeah, usually we're gonna be very attracted to each other because I have the element of thinking I can fix you.
Yeah.
I believe, you know, oh, I can help. I can solve this problem.
You know what? Let me say something to that real quick. I've interviewed, I've done thousands of videos, right? And I
Hmm.
asked this one question I asked for thousands of women. They have y'all have the same answer.
Yep,
Why did you stay? You know what y'all say? First thing, the sex was good.
because it
He was,
always is.
yep, he was fun, and then I thought I could change him.
Hmm.
So as a little boy, I studied a woman's body, and I started to become manipulative when I learned about her body, and I knew her body better than she knew her body. So I started playing games and tricks when I was 15 years old. And then
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you something else, Kias, what they don't talk about. But I enjoyed making a woman cry and then having sex with her. So I'm gonna tell you all about me tonight. I'm gonna
It's like
get real deep.
it's like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, you good, you good.
I was gonna say it's like it's you're hedonistic, and I tell me if I'm wrong in this what I'm about to say. The reason that it's that way is because usually because of the trauma, you've learned how to correlate pain with pleasure.
Yeah,
You have no choice. You have no you remember, you know, of course, make combine the two. So to you, what you would equate with pleasure and things of that nature is going to be painful. So you've learned how to combine the two because you had to
I
out of
had to.
survival. And
It,
so yeah, that makes
right.
total sense to me.
And so love was removed from me as a
Hmm.
little boy. By the time I was 11, that's why I say they say narcissists can't love. That is not true. Okay, I didn't. I suppressed the feeling of love. I didn't want to hear love. I didn't like it at an early age. Remember, I was a nice little boy before I developed these narcissistic traits. Okay,
Hmm.
so I knew we heard love around the house, but my parents hardly ever told us they loved us. So love to me wasn't nothing. It didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything at all. And I'll be honest with you right now. Even I gotta be honest. When
Yeah.
women say I love you, I don't. It's like nothing to me. My thing is I want to let me like you because I'm a grown man. I'm 60, but when you say love, I can't. I don't know what to say to you, but I love
Hmm.
you back. But I said that, but I didn't. I never felt anything, and so I was like, what is wrong with me? I knew early on. I knew years ago there was something wrong with me. My psychotherapist told me I should have been in therapy when I was 6 years old.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. So my mother died in 2012 from a crack addiction. My father died in '99 because he was addicted to alcohol. But between birth and 11, I was going through a lot as a little boy, the stuff that most grown people go through, right? And so I will tell you this. I searched for little girls my age when I was a little boy. I had my mother. My dad was off working. He'd come home. He was abusive. He was verbally abusive. He was mentally abusive. He was physically abusive to my mom. So I was always fearful. Whenever my dad came home, I peed on myself, right? And I peed on myself from the kindergarten to the seventh grade. Never knew why. But I was going to school pissy. And then when it started changing around when I was 15 years old. Girls were liking me, but then I was like, oh, I used to be scared of girls. Most narcissists, men and women, narcissistic people have deep fears of the opposite sex because somebody touched them, somebody abused them,
Mhm.
somebody molested them. So I was always like, and I'm like, what is going on with me? Then when my uncle was touching me, he would put Vaseline on his hands and put his hands in my pants and then make me lay on his back, not his butt. There was no penetration. So I'm like, I'm scared of girls, but my uncle's touching me and I'm not doing anything about it. And I'm like, and then my mother, when my dad left for the divorce, she moved a gay man in our house, and that's what saved me. He didn't touch me. He didn't. He didn't do any of that. He taught me about life, and so I was like, okay, there's nothing wrong with me. I like girls, but why am I scared of girls? And I told him the first person I told. He's the first person I told that my cousins were molesting me. They were always kissing me in my mouth, put their tongue in my mouth,
And that's why
and
you were afraid. That's your trauma.
and then
Um,
I turned 15. I started thinking about the porn and the acts in porn that I saw. So for like 8 years, I knew I was watching porn. And then I started performing those acts on girls my age, and I saw how it was I was able to manipulate them, make them cry, make them love me, push them away, bring them back, right? The breadcrumbing, the love bombing, the discarding. I was doing all of that at 15 years old. So I knew there was something wrong with me, and I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have kids. I didn't want to hold hands. I didn't want to hug. So I developed these traits early on, very early on.
Let me ask you this. So I know a lot of people, the reason why this topic is so popular is because, number one, there are a lot of empaths who are either dealing with, have dealt with, are healing from being with a narcissist, or people who have had narcissistic friendships, narcissistic parents. And so my question to you, I know the answer, but my question to you for the people, do you find that narcissists are usually attracted to people that are considered weaker, or are they attracted to strong individuals?
No, so the weaker women, they gonna be there for me. And I'm not bragging, I'm telling you how I thought. The weaker women, that was like, I'll get with you. I want to try the strong, successful, dominant woman that all the men want. And then I've dated women like that, and I watch them push men away, and men be like, man, I'm gonna get old girl. Next thing I got her, right? That was a huge stroke for my ego. And if I get hurt, and I'm going to start misusing her anyway, I'm going to hurt her feelings, I'm going to break her heart. So the weaker women, I don't like to call them weaker, but the ones that weren't like as strong, let's say that, there was no challenge. I wanted the challenge and to get the successful, leading, dominant. I didn't like dominant women, and that would make me want to get her quicker,
break her down,
dominate her, and change her whole life. And it was wrong, and I've done it a lot. I did it a lot. It was wrong, but I was more attracted to the stronger women because that made me feel like I was superior and stronger than her. So if I can get her, she has a degrees, she's working, she's a CEO, she has her own business, she's been married, she's divorced, or she was married, still married. And I've dated married women. I'm not proud of that. That was one of my biggest downfalls. I had a lot of big downfalls, but that was, I'll be honest with you, I didn't care if they were married or not. I didn't. I didn't. I wanted her, right? I wanted to be better than her husband. So I tell women, watch what you say to people. You don't know if they're narcissists or not.
That's the fact.
Y'all telling everything. And so I'm going to become that man that you want, that man that you desire. You're married. He's not doing this, this, and this. I'm taking mental notes. And so a lot of times I would go home and write stuff down, right? This is what Tina said. This is what Sheila said. Sherry, Susan, Betty, Linda. Okay.
Because
so
it's a game.
Now she's got to deal with what she's not getting. I'm going to give her that. And she got to deal with me too. Because I'm going to be overbearing. One of my traits as a grandiose narcissist is I'm very overbearing. Very overbearing. So I always went all in. And now in the relationships, it was rapid relationship progress. RRP, love bombing. They do the stuff quick, fast, to get you sucked in and locked in. Based on what you told me, I'm going to do what I got to do anyway as a narcissist. I'm going to love bomb you, right? I'm going to try to impress you. I'm going to spin you around. I'm going to take you around the town. You're going to meet my network, right? You're going to meet my connections. I'm very social. I'm very outgoing. I'm very overbearing. So you're not going to be able to handle me. And once I find a strong woman that it's like, oh shoot, Leon, this is a little. I had him tell me, Leon, you too much. Okay, I chill a little bit, but if I'm too much, right, and you like, I need to back up, and I start touching you, which I'm going to do because narcissists don't like to be rejected.
Right.
I went into a relationship knowing she likes me, she says I look good, all this stuff, but then she's pulling back because she's scared. Oh no, I got to have you. And all these women I wanted, I had to have. They were just like trophies. Okay. And so I'm not comparing myself to a serial offender in a bad way. I'm saying that I had to have her, and her. So I was very promiscuous, and I didn't care about hurting anyone. I was very risky. I didn't care about. By the time I was 16, I had gonorrhea. I never practiced safe sex till I got gonorrhea. Then that scared me. Then I joined the Navy, and I wasn't practicing safe sex then. I don't have anything. I get checked all the time. I'm clean. By the grace of God, do I not have anything permanent? But always know this: a narcissistic person will put your life at risk sexually every freaking day, every week, every month, because we want to go out and prove. Because I want to have sex with her. I want to perform oral sex on her. I want to make her head spin because she said her husband didn't eat her out last night or her boyfriend hadn't done it in months. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's the first thing I'm going to do.
So you're essentially saying it's chess. And I think I'm looking at the comments, and someone just said, I wonder if they could change. Oh, before we even go to any questions, did you have any questions for me or anything you wanted me to answer?
So let's do I tell you what, let's do a, matter of fact, yeah, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel as an empath when you meet a man that's got, and be real? I know you're gonna be real. I'm sorry. How do you feel when you meet a man? Because I know I'm gonna talk about this after you talk about it. Then we'll ask you questions. How do you feel when you meet a man? Let me preface this by saying, empaths, y'all have to work hard. Y'all have to. There's no way around it. How do you feel when you meet a man that has all of this stuff together?
Um, so that's so you know my story, but I've for a long time dealt with a narcissist and came from a narcissistic father. So I can only speak for me. Um, to me, having yourself together is something that I'm not impressed by, nor am I surprised, or nor am I, but I still am an empath. So stay with me. So I'm not impressed by it because I was raised by a narcissistic father